Greetings and welcome, Halloween lovers, back to the Gamer's Den. I am, of course, your host for October, Shade. Now you, the viewer, come to me, the host for all the various creepy and spooky walkthroughs and playthroughs, but you stay for the Halloween goodness, and that is the pop culture and knowledge therein. Now, this year marks the 50th anniversary of the debut of Count Chocula and Frankenberry and the Monster Cereal brand. Now, I figured we'd go through a little bit of a history lesson with these characters, through their story and track their various stuff throughout the years. Now, as I stated, 50 years prior, they originally had Count Chocula, which was a chocolate cereal, and a Frankenberry, which just happened to be a strawberry cereal. Now, there was a little bit of controversy with that cereal. It would turn the poop red. You can see why this is a little bit of a problem. It looks like blood. It's not exactly ideal. Outside of a Halloween prank, it's not exactly ideal, you know. So, naturally, they had to redo it and tweak the stuff for it. Now, eventually, Blueberry was introduced. A blueberry cereal, to my knowledge, one of the few that is blueberry. Now, unlike the other two, which are based on specific creatures, Chocula, based obviously on Dracula, and Frankenberry, obviously Frankenstein's monster, not the Doctor, although he's smarter than the Doctor, so. But Blueberry is more. If you listen to his voice from the old commercials, it's obvious they're channeling Lon Chaney, or not Lon Chaney. I might have that right. My horror actor is right. Go down in the comment section down below. Let me know. However, um, the character's main shtick in this time period was basically one in character. Now, to begin with, Frankenberry and Count Chocula would be arguing who's the best of the two cereals, and something would scare them, and usually be something, very cutesy, and it would scare them off. Blueberry the would actually be the one that they team up against. They both fight to keep Blueberry down, and Blueberry would win, funnily enough. However, during the, what was it, 60s? 70s? It'd be around the 70s to late 70s, early 80s. The character of the Fruit Brute was added to the monster cast. Obviously a werewolf, and his was a more fruity cereal, thus the name. Um, it didn't last very long, unfortunately. Um, and it would replace Blueberry for a little bit. However, the next character would pop up during the 90s with the Yummy Mummy, which would have a vanilla cereal. And, well, Frankenberry and Count Chocula would be a little more kinder with him. However, again, it wouldn't last very long. Now, around this time, around the late 70s, early 80s, and to present day, they would introduce the ghost ships as well as specific marshmallows over the years, which is kind of cool. The cereal pieces would be ghost shaped, of course, and you'd have bats, tombstones, ghosts, you know, like. However, at one point, Count Chocula alone had a few different ads on his own. He had one where he was live action, which is kind of creepy to look at, really in the uncanny valley. Ugh. And, well, had one where it had like swirls in the marshmallows. Now, what a lot of people don't realize is that very early on, during the first decade or so, the Monster cereals were at, they weren't seasonal like they are now. They were available year round, but at some point they made them seasonal, which meant they were only here for the Halloween season, and that's how it stayed for the longest time. today. Now, all five of these characters, especially Count Chocula, Frankenberry, and Blueberry, would become iconic cereal mascots that people know. Well, those three. Fruit Brute and Yummy Mummy kind of faded from the public consciousness. That is, until 2015, where they brought all of the characters with brand new box art for all five characters. And the Fruit Brute one was changed from a more tropical to a more berry flavor. Kind of makes sense. Yummy Mummy stayed the same and stayed a vanilla flavored, as far as I know. Now, but then Yummy Mummy and the Fruit Brute would disappear again. Now the serials would come, the characters would all come back in a big way, drawn by various DC artists in one specific one. The boxes are actually kind of cool looking if you can find them online. Not on eBay. Don't buy just random cereal boxes. Jesus Christ, why would anybody do that? A couple years old cereal. Ugh, even I wouldn't eat that. I don't even think I see it would eat that. Ugh. However, to celebrate their 50th year anniversary, three busts were basically, you know, won by various people of the three big characters, and the series would come back, all three, in a big little box set actually, but pun not intended, as well as an amalgamation of all five cereals. So basically, you would have berry, chocolate, and vanilla. Don't know how good that tastes, but I'm willing to give it a try. I'm willing to try anything once for these cereals. However, that wasn't all they did for the 50th anniversary. They also made a full rendition of the Monster Mash. You know, a little version of it. I've actually got it saved on YouTube. Somebody managed to upload it to YouTube. So if you want to find it, you can. You can. However, if you got the box and you go to General Mills, you can scan it in and voila. There's also a little documentary on how it was made. Maybe a little mockumentary is more like it. Now, the characters have become synonymous with pop culture at this point, along with other various characters. Now, funnily enough, Count Chocula rubbed shoulders with Dracula at one point too. Universal Monsters, after all, are a big influence for these characters. But that wasn't all. I don't remember when. It's been a couple of years ago. Funko got the license to make figures for all of them. So, of course, the first three in the Pop and Icon line was, of course, Blueberry, Count Chocula, and Frankenberry. And not necessarily in that order. Later on, Fruit Brute and Yummy Mummy would eventually join the cast of Funko Pop figures. These were Funko Shop exclusives, though, all of them. So they were really, really limited and really, really rare. They are actually worth quite a bit today and will run you upwards of around $1,000 altogether. They're not cheap. They're not cheap figures. They're very limited. And there's a couple of variations of these characters too. They also had Dorbs, a thing that Funko made that I've showed one on the channel before. And some Dorbs rides, apparently. I don't know what that's all about. That you can find as well for the characters. Funko has also made mystery minis of all five characters. We've actually showed a couple of them on the channel, the ones that we've got on the channel. Fruit Brute and Count Chocula. Hoping for the others at some point, later on down the line, it's no big deal. However, that's not all. They've also made Funko Soda figures. Now, Count Chocula is of course normal, but his chase is blue, referencing Blueberry. Frankenberry is his normal pink for the common, but for the chase, it's referencing Count Chocula. While Blueberries is, well, glow in the dark. Kind of stands out. Yummy Mummy and Fruit Brute chases kind of swap color. They kind of swap colors. Kind of cool. And then finally, more recently, we've gotten a flocked Franken, not Frankenberry, Fruit Brute. Wasn't able to get a hold of that one, unfortunately. However, again, these characters have never faded away and have become pop culture mainstays amongst many of the other cereal mascots, along with the Trickster Rabbit, Lucky the Leprechaun, and many others. And funnily enough, even though Fruit Root and Yummy Mummy kind of faded from the background, why is my nose so itchy? What the hell is wrong with my nose today? Ugh. However, these characters have started to pop up in pop culture nowadays because of Funko's interference or salvation. No. However, these these cereals were originally, year round. So what happened? I'm not sure. I'm not that big on history on these characters. However, we would be remiss if we didn't discuss these characters at some point, and it's around the Halloween season, so we figured we'd talk about them. And personally, Frankenberry is a good cereal. I don't actually like. I mean, see, I don't like strawberry. I really don't. It's nasty, disgusting. However, the cereal isn't that bad, and I don't even like strawberry milk. But this is it's fine. It's fine. I don't think I ever tried the Yummy Rummy or Fruit Root though. I missed my opportunity. It's fine. It's fine. The cone chocolate. I do like chocolate milk. I don't like the cereal chocolate milk. It's not that good. But this wasn't. They do. It's actually not that bad. And the blueberry, you'd think it'd be kind of weird, but it actually doesn't taste that bad. It doesn't taste that bad. It's very good. Now, as far as the amalgamation of the chocolate, berry, and vanilla, I don't know how that would taste. It might taste like ice cream now that I think about it. You never know. But with that being said, guys, let me know what you think of the Monster Cereal Mascots. And do you think at some point we could get a sixth member? Maybe. It's been it's been showcased Robot Chicken a couple of times of various things for these characters. Blade has killed Count Chocula. He's a vampire. What do you expect? But this was after a stellar Sesame Street thing, which was kind of funny. I actually thought it was quite amusing. And then later on, they did a Creature from the Black Lagoon, so maybe someday, maybe they'll do another character. Who knows? Blueberry practically represents the Phantom of the Opera at this point. So why not get a creature? Maybe a bride for the Frankenberry? There were concepts for other characters at various points. So maybe someday, you never know. And I like the other two characters to be a little more annual, you know? If they're gonna bring back the cereal mascot, monster mascots every now and again, so bring the other two back. What the hell? Take special occasions just to bring them back. Ugh. However, I'm getting off track and we're getting a little low on time. So be sure to like, share, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. Put in a comment section down below. Let us know what you think of the Monster cereals, and of course their new hit single, their rendition of the Monster Mash. So let us know what you think of it all. If you want more information on these characters, go look somewhere else. I know it's a little rude, but I know it sounds a little rude, but we are trying. We are trying our best. Ugh. We know as much as we can. We do try to do our research, but it's so hard to get some research done in a timely fashion. Get these videos out. Ugh. However, Halloween October has just begun, so stay tuned.